Does anyone even logic?
Do you think a trans woman is a real woman?
I don't really like the way those questions are formulated. You know, I don't know what that means. What do you mean a real woman?
Well, I'm asking you, in your mind, you know, it depends what you think a real woman is, but do you think a trans woman is a woman?
No.
Why not?
Because I think that women are capable, generally speaking, of having babies, and they have female genitalia, and they have an XX chromosome, and I think the biological markers are relevant.
Would you like to grab a seat?
No, not really.
Okay, well, just because I noticed that you were yelling and protesting, I thought maybe you had some opinions that you'd like to voice.
No, because that's what you want.
What you want. We actually have a lady there who disagrees with me on probably nearly everything, but we're having a productive discussion. Why do you think you can't?
Really, a productive discussion where you make all the questions and she has to unpack all the questions.
No.
Oh, really?
Would you like to ask me questions?
Really?
Yeah, would you like to ask me questions? You can sit down right after Maddie. Just don't...
Here's the question. Why are you a mouthpiece for the alt-right?
What's the alt?
Why are you a gateway point for alt-right politics?
How so?
Oh, how so? How so?
Dude, I listen to Steven all the time and I'm not right.
No, you're a Nazi, remember? Yeah, he's one of those notorious black Nazis. I don't understand the question. Let me ask this. You said you watched the program. I don't know where you line up. Would you consider me alt-right? I mean, would you consider me, is that implying I'm a racist? Would you consider anything I've done racist?
No.
Don't worry about it. You ain't racist. So what does that mean, alt-right? I don't understand the accusation.
It means the people like you, Ben Shapiro, what's his
Ben
face?
Shapiro's Jewish.
Ben Shapiro's Jewish.
Oh, he's Jewish, right.
Ben Shapiro
yes.
won't turn on a light switch after Friday at 6 p.m. because he's so Jewish. You think he's an alt-right Nazi?
Well, considering that he supports a genocidal apartheid state, yes, I would say he is an Nazi.
Genocide? You mean like eugenics? Like we're talking about here abortion? We went to a Planned Parenthood, Margaret's thing?
No. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Oh, really?
Oh, do you mean that the Jew supports Israel's right to exist, and that's what makes him an alt-right Nazi?
Oh, right. Yeah, their right to exist. Okay, sure. Yeah, a bunch of white Europeans coming into a place I haven't been to in thousands of years. It's like, oh, they have the birthright.
Are you talking about Jews?
They have the birthright to discriminate against Palestinian Jews, Christians, Ethiopians, Armenians. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Yes. The state of Israel, the representative of the monolith of Judea. Right, of course.
Sure. Well, no, I was only addressing your point that he's an alt-right Nazi. But Palestinian Muslims have it better in Israel than Palestinian Muslims in Palestine.
Have it better in Israel.
But why are you protesting? Why are you protesting me and not sitting? Do you want to come on? Come on over and sit down.
Condemning Israel of shooting.
What's your name, sir? What's your name, sir?
No, I'm not giving my name. Are you bullshit?
Okay, just. No, I'm not gonna. Okay, would you like to come and sit down? You have to give your name.
Not really.
Hey, listen. Here's one thing.
I don't want to give out my name, so all you.
No. Listen. You don't have to. No, hold on. You don't have to give up your name. But I do think that if you're going to shout out accusations and disrupt conversation that's occurring, that's productive dialogue.
I'm not.
I do think
I'm here to shut down your bull.
You're here to shut me down.
Yep.
So.
Oh yes.
Hold on a second. Hey, Maddie, we'll be right back. It's going to be a little longer than I anticipated, but I promise we'll be right back. You're here to shut down conversation. You believe that the right thing to do is shut down people who disagree with you.
People who support violence.
What? Can you finish it? Can you finish a phrase? Did you just have a stroke? Listen, I don't mean to be insulting here, but just make a point.
Speaking on this scale.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a bit nervous here.
How about you come? How about you come? Step down here. We can talk. I'm literally. You're on a pedestal compared to me.
Oh yes. Oh, you're on a pedestal with you all the cameras and all.
What?
You support. Okay.
I support violent what? What gives you the right to shut down a conversation here?
How about for one, this whole pro-life when it's really about denying health care to lower class women. That is what it's about. That is what it's about. Defunding Planned Parenthood. It's about defunding health care for the people who most need it. You have no access to it.
Pro-life violence. How is pro-life violence? What are you talking about?
I don't follow. You said violence. You said I support violent what? What do I support? I support violent what? You are justifying your shutting down of conversations. We've had conversations with plenty of people who disagree with me. They don't all act like you, though. They act like they act more grown up.
Oh, grown up. Right. And then, they act grown up so they can be on your little show and make you thousands of views and sell your little T-shirts.
No one here is selling T-shirts. Would you like one? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, so you don't have any merchandise? You don't have any merchandise?
Right here, we're not selling any T-shirts. We're literally having
No. I'm not saying right here. I'm not saying right here.
Okay.
No, so you don't sell any merchandise, right? No, it's like unlike any of your other
this is all a ploy by big merchandise.
Oh, big merchandise.
Here's one thing. Let me ask you. I think it's very telling. You said I am not here to talk. I am not here to express my opinion. This is what you said. I am here to shut down your conversation.
Oh yes, the intolerant left coming down. Yes, that's exactly what's happening here, Butch.
Is it not?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Do you not see it as intolerant to shut down one's conversation?
Oh yes, so intolerant to shut down the conversation that represents the status quo of the liberal and conservative establishment.
The whole reason you're upset
really?
and you have a whole bunch of people there is because on college campus, expressing a right-wing point of view is not status quo, brother.
Oh yes, it is. Yes, it is. All the Republican Club, TVSA, all funded by the university.
You can do whatever you want. I would never try and shut down your speech. Here's what I would ask you though. If you could please let me finish my dialogue with Maddie. Don't shut down her speech.
Oh, sure.
And if you want to come sit down, you can come sit down, okay?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay? Is that okay? Okay, all right. Well,
I'm interested in people being able to have different choices and having equality of outcome.
Aha, well, so the overwhelming proportion of people who are in prisons are male. Now, do you want to equalize that, just out of curiosity? What about bricklayers? They're 99% male. And we've got about 3/4 of the population now in universities in the humanities and social sciences are female.
Yeah.
Are we going to equalize that? And men work longer hours. They work more dangerous jobs. They're more likely to move. They're more likely to work outside. They're more likely to participate in jobs in the STEM fields that are scalable. They make more money for those reasons. And that's all hidden under the idea that the reason that men and women make different amounts of money is because of their gender. It's a very simplistic analysis.
Just another quick one about Angela's question on equality just before. We've got quite a large pay dispute happening with our Australian women's soccer team at the moment. Is it frustrating for you as someone who's so prominent in your sport, and we heard you say on the Ellen show the other day you are the richest fighter in UFC, that sort of thing is still going on?
I think that how much you get paid should have something to do with how much money you bring in. I'm the highest paid fighter, not because Dina and Lorenzo wanted to do something nice for the ladies. They do it because I bring in the highest numbers. They do it because I make them the most money. And I think that the money that they make should be proportionate to the money that they bring in.
So, Malice, I will start with you because a lot of people on Twitter confuse the alt-right. And Steve Bannon is associated with the alt-right and libertarianism. What is the difference?
They're next door neighbors, I hate to tell you. They're both part of this whole new right. But I had a lot of friends after this Bannon thing call me and after leftist friends, after histrionics stopped, being like, should we be worried about Trump presidency? And if Bannon is there, they should be very worried. Because Bannon is not like a typical Republican. He understands the left, he understands how they think, and he wants to destroy them. He doesn't want bipartisan discourse. He wants these people to be, if not in jail, at least driven out of office, and he's going to be gunning for them, and the first thing he's going to be gunning for, I would bet, is the universities, because that's where the poisoning starts. So he's really shopping for blood.
All right, so do you think that's dangerous to have someone with access to the most powerful person in the federal government, cracking down on universities?
I think dangerous is the greatest thing ever. I mean, these people are the devil. Their jobs are
not a fan of a safe space?
Their jobs are to proselytize and brainwash young college students and to make them into the shock troops for the progressive militia. They're disgusting people, and they can't compete in the marketplace of ideas, and that's why they have to teach instead of writing books like myself.
Wow, I wonder how he really feels.
Stephen, you're shaking your head so much. I thought you were.
My father was a college professor for 60 years.
Someone can hear you.
So that's pretty. It's pretty pretty offensive to me, though. I gotta tell you. Oh, come on.
Do you need
man,
safe space?
Enough. No, I don't need a safe space. I need somebody who's a little more honest about.
That was very honest.
Honest about thousands of people who work in university environments.
Parasites.
And
yes,
having them all as
You can hand wave all you want. It's the truth.
Give me a break.
Okay,
I'm giving you a break in the facts.
Steve.
Come da porca picchita va bene, se tu la parla miezza americano, quando si fa l'amore sotto la luna, come da bene in capo di I love you, papà l'americano.